I'm not someone who easily believes in the supernatural. I always think that everything has a logical explanation. But what I experienced at a convenience store made me question my own beliefs. I live in a small town on the outskirts of Texas. Near my apartment, there's a convenience store I often visit, especially when I need something late at night. I'm quite familiar with the store, its layout, the employees, even some regular customers I often see. However, there's one thing that has always made me uneasy. Inside the store, in a back corner near the refrigerated drinks section, there's a door. It has no signs, but it looks like it leads to a staff room or a storage area. Every time I pass by that door, I get an odd feeling like a sudden chill, or the sensation of being watched from behind it. I tried to ignore it, thinking it was just my imagination. Until one night, around 1:30 a.m., I was buying coffee and some snacks when I heard something that made my skin crawl. A soft knocking sound came from behind the door. I turned, expecting to see an employee working inside, but no one was there. I glanced at the cashier, a man in his 40s, who had been working there for years. He was busy with his phone, completely unfazed by the sound. I almost asked him about it, but then the sound came again. A weak voice, almost like a whisper, came from behind the door. A chill ran down my spine. I stepped back, trying to find a logical explanation. Maybe an employee was locked inside? But before I could think any further, the cashier suddenly spoke without looking up at me.
Don't pay attention to it.
I froze. What do you mean? He finally looked at me, his expression serious.
If you hear anything from that room, just pretend you didn't.
I didn't know what to say. I quickly finished paying and left the store with an uneasy feeling. A few days later, I returned. This time around 11 p.m. I tried to convince myself that it was all in my head. But as I walked past that door, I heard it again.
Please let me out.
I quickly walked up to the cashier. This time, it was a different person. A young woman. Half joking, I asked, "Hey, is there someone locked in the back room? I keep hearing weird noises from there." Her expression changed. She glanced at the door briefly, then looked at me with a slightly pale face.
You heard it too?
I nodded. She hesitated before finally speaking in a low voice.
That door, it hasn't been opened in years.
I frowned. What do you mean? She swallowed.
The old store owner tried to find the key once, but he never could. Years ago, a store employee went missing here, and after that, the door was locked. Ever since then, sometimes people say they hear voices from inside.
A shiver ran through me. Since that night, I never go to that convenience store alone after dark. I don't want to know who or what is behind that door.